Welcome back to Golf Xtra. The LIV vs. PGA saga has been messy from the very start. However, there has been one major development in recent days that might just be the biggest news yet on the ongoing legal battle between the two competing golf tours. LIV Golf is alleging that a senior PGA Tour official was intentionally interfering with the efforts of LIV to secure a broadcast deal, and even did so illegally. The details are even more shocking, so stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now let's get right into the crazy details of how the PGA Tour might have sabotaged LIV broadcast deals. LIV went through negotiations with several media entities. Most notably, they were in talks with Fox to broadcast their events on several of their channels, especially Fox Sports 1 or Fox Sports 2. These channels are known for broadcasting a wide array of sports and would seem to be a good fit for the network. However, it was widely reported that Fox wasn't looking to pay LIV for the rights to broadcast their events. Rather, Fox wanted LIV to pay them, similar to buying commercial or ad space on a TV network. Meanwhile, LIV wanted their broadcast deal to make money for their organization and be paid for their rights. Clearly, at an impasse, the two ended up breaking off talks since they were so far apart on terms. In the end, LIV ended up signing a broadcast deal with the CW network, which is not exactly a network known for its broadcasting of major sporting events. Mainly, they're known for broadcasting shows for young adults like Riverdale, The Winchesters, and All-American. LIV didn't end up getting their wish to receive money for media rights either. Instead, the deal between LIV and the CW is based on a share of the ad revenue during the broadcast of the golf tournaments. Take in comparison that the PGA Tour is being paid for the rights to broadcast their events. Not only that, but they're being paid a whopping $700 million every year. Obviously, they've built up a much larger product base and history than LIV, but it's still a stark comparison between the media deals of the two respective organizations when you consider that LIV's intention is not only to compete with the PGA Tour, but to surpass them. From the details of these broadcast deals, though, LIV has an awful long way to go. Now, the story gets even more crazy. Just a few days ago, LIV submitted a new item to their court case against the PGA Tour. Recall that LIV initially filed a complaint against the PGA Tour back in August 2022, alleging that they had violated antitrust laws. We won't spend too much time on that entire lawsuit, but be advised, it's been pretty messy already. What you do need to know, though, is that LIV Golf wants to depose a member of the PGA Tour's senior leadership, and that they feel that the PGA Tour has been obstructing their efforts to do so. LIV Golf recently filed a joint statement with the courts trying to force this member to be deposed, and the contents of the statement shed some light on the details that we haven't yet seen from behind the scenes. LIV's statement is attempting to get Thierry Pascal to try and appear before the court. Who is Thierry Pascal? You'd be forgiven for not knowing, but to fill you in, he's the Senior Vice President of International Media for PGA Tour, and that the PGA Tour wants him to be protected. What's especially noteworthy, though, are the allegations that LIV Golf made in their statements regarding Pascal and his potential effects on their efforts to get a broadcast deal. Their statement reads, in part, based on tour documents and other sources, LIV believes Mr. Pascal used illegal means to dissuade numerous broadcasters in international markets from signing broadcast contracts with LIV, and even from reporting about LIV events in their news content. Whoa, wanting somebody to appear before the court is innocent enough, but alleging illegal behavior? That's something else entirely. The statement continues. Time and again, after the live meeting or phone call, the broadcaster did an about-face and informed LIV the negotiations, in one case a signed contract, could not proceed. Because of his conduct and his efforts to conceal it, Mr. Pascal is a foundational witness whose testimony will inform later discovery in important ways. What all of this suggests is that Fox wasn't the only network that LIV had discussions with in their quest for a broadcast deal. Not only that, but they even were far enough along in their discussions with at least one of these entities that things got to the point of a contract. That is, they got to this point before Pascal and the PGA Tour got involved, at least if LIV's point of view is accurate. The statement continues further by saying, Mr. Pascal's deposition will significantly enhance Judge Beth Labson-Freeman's insight into the harm to competition and the public interest implicated by the tour's abuse of monopoly power. A necessary input to the court's balancing of interest in deciding a stay, Mr. Pascal's deposition could provide important evidence to Her Honor. It appears that LIV is relying heavily on Pascal's testimony in their quest to prove that the PGA Tour constitutes a monopoly. It remains to be seen whether or not this will actually be proven, or if Pascal will even testify. What is known at this point is that LIV feels like they were directly wronged by the PGA Tour, and as a result, ended up on the CW network. One other key development that came out of these events was the idea that even LIV Golf themselves feel that they made a deal with a secondary network, with LIV being its first sporting event. Ouch! That's a shot to their hard-fought media partner, but it's not a total surprise. This is because initially, LIV Golf was under the belief that the CW would be broadcasting their events on 100% of its markets across the United States. As it turns out, several CW affiliates are owned by CBS, and as such, they have loyalty to the PGA Tour and won't be broadcasting the events. This is just the start, though. In total, about a quarter of the CW affiliates across the country ended up deciding not to broadcast the LIV events. This means that LIV had to find other broadcast outlets, taking another step down in quality in the process. LIV did obtain one key piece to their potential broadcast team back in July in former professional golfer and longtime media personality David Feherty, who has been a part of broadcasting and media teams for CBS, NBC Sports, and Golf Channel. The Northern Irishman has been an integral part of golf media for several years, and his interviews and on-course analysis have endeared him to a wide range of golf fans. Why did Feherty make the move? He gave a more straightforward answer than many of the players have. Well, it's grow the game? Bull. They paid me a lot of money. That's honest. He elaborated by saying, I've covered all the majors. I've covered the Winter Olympics, the Summer Olympics, the President's Cup, the Ryder Cup, all the playoff events, the players. There was nothing else left for me to do except this. It was a chance to be a lead analyst, and more than anything else, to be me, to be myself. Maybe have that edginess, but to push the irreverent envelope a little bit. The shackles are off. I felt a bit constrained toward the end at NBC and at the end of my CBS tenure as well. I love all of it and was incredibly lucky. So, LIV Golf might not have gotten what they wanted in a broadcast deal on a big-time sports-focused TV network, but they did get a big-time announcer who knows how to present golf on the national stage. It remains to be seen whether or not the PGA Tour is forced to let Thierry Pascal testify in relation to the potential obstruction of LIV Golf's media deals, and whether or not we find out any more of what happened during the course of those negotiations. Either way, for now, LIV Golf is broadcasting on the CW network and competing somewhat indirectly with the PGA Tour for ratings. Through the first couple of weeks of the two tours running concurrently, the PGA Tour is getting almost 4 to 5 more viewers than LIV Golf. So, there's a lot more to this story. Stick with us here on Golf Xtra, and we'll keep you up to date on every new development. So, what do you think about this new controversy between LIV Golf and the PGA Tour? Do you think that Thierry Pascal obstructed broadcast deals for LIV Golf? Do you plan to watch the LIV events on the CW channels? Be sure to leave us a comment with what you think down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can watch our latest content updates as soon as they drop. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.